And Mr. Parker, you've got Stephen Wilburn. That's also a sentencing.
You don't have to do that for me, George.
All right, sir, you're Stephen Wilburn?
Yes, ma'am.
This is cause number 24, DCCR 2346. Mr. Wilburn was previously in court, entered a plea of guilty to driving while intoxicated, third or more. I've received the pre-sentence report. Has everyone had an opportunity to review the report?
Yeah, Your Honor.
Any additions or corrections?
Nothing more, Judge.
Judge, although safety was not part of the original plea, obviously, of course, it's up to the court's discretion, and based on Mr. Riley being so thorough in his PSI, I would stand with his recommendation.
Your Honor,
Seeing as how we put it out in bold, et cetera, that safety or some other form of residential treatment proposed.
Your Honor, I would just point to the court that his last offense was 24 years ago, and he's got a full-time job. He worked for Performance.
Yes.
I think he's a welder.
Yes.
And we would ask that he not be sent to safety and be monitored some other way as far as his alcohol consumption. Obviously, he understands that he can't drink. He and I have talked about that.
Or possibly hold that in abeyance, Judge, if you're considering, so that, I mean, my concern is over the holiday period, if we're not here, it could be brought to the probation department's attention and then the courts, even if we're not talking.
All right, makes sense. So here's what I'm going to do, Mr. Wilburn. Obviously, you've had a very long-standing issue with, it appears to me, with alcoholism, and I understand that you're Mr. Parker's position. Your last DWI was a very long time ago, but your history prior to that was not good, and I don't want you to go down that same path, obviously. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find that you entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily. I'm going to find sufficient evidence to find you guilty, follow the agreement, and find you guilty of driving while intoxicated, third or more. Sentence you to a term of 10 years in prison, but probate that for 6 years. You will be ordered to pay the $1,000 fine and to follow all of the rules and conditions of probation. That means some of those rules and conditions are the standard rules, but in addition, I am going to order that you enter and successfully complete the SafeP program, but I'm going to hold that in abeyance. What that means is that it's already ordered. If there's any hiccup at all, two things could happen. One, they could just send me over a piece of paper, it gets signed, you go to SafeP, period, I've already ordered it. Two, I don't have to do that. You could be revoked. So it's very important that you follow all of the rules. I am going to order that you enter and successfully complete the JCDI program. That is an outpatient, intensive outpatient treatment program. So you will be ordered to successfully complete that. You will get started on that. Your officer will let you know how to do that. I am also going to order, at least for some time, that you wear a scram device. That's a device that will detect alcohol in your system. If there is any alcohol in your system, obviously you're either in safety or you're in prison, one or the other, immediately. And so you need to get that scram device within 48 hours of today. They'll also let you know how to get that taken care of. And you're also ordered as a condition of your probation to serve 10 days in jail. That's required. And so what are your hours of work?
In a Texas courtroom, a woman expecting a routine sentencing suddenly finds her future changing in real time. The judge pauses the entire hearing after catching a major error in the felony punishment paperwork. What follows is a tense, unexpected twist: probation, a 1-year sentence converted, and a strict ban from every Target store. But it's the judge's correction that shocks everyone watching.
Christmas. But we are having 3 days off for Thanksgiving. I can start it in 3 days. I'm sure we'll have a few days off for Christmas.
Well, it's difficult to just say, okay, you're going to do 3 here and 7 in a month or two. I mean, obviously, I don't want you to lose your job, but we've got to get the 10 days done. So what I will do, I mean, you have some time off on vacation, things like that, that you can take. I don't mind doing a longer period of time over the Thanksgiving break, and then mean, do y'all want to look at a calendar and come up with 10 days, Mr. Parker?
Is it 10 days consecutive?
It does not have to be. No, you can do weekends, and I don't mind spreading it out a little bit, but I need specific dates. 10 specific dates between, I mean, we're already in November now and the end of the year. I wouldn't mind working a little bit around that, but I need the exact dates. So why don't y'all talk real quick about those dates, and then I'll recall the case and I'll put those on so we have those for the order. Mr. Rojas, you have Krisha Bennett, or Krishara, I'm sorry. Good morning. Good morning, ma'am. You're Krishara Bennett. And will your client waive the formal reading of the indictment?
She will, Your Honor. We'll email it.
Okay, thanks. Ms. Bennett, in cause number 25, DCCR 0062, you're charged with a third-degree felony offense of credit or debit card abuse against an elderly individual from November 14th of 2024. And how do you plead to that charge? Speak up, please. Are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily? And are you pleading guilty because you actually did what they charged you with? I have here on the tablet some documents that have your signature on them that the state has marked as Exhibit Number 1. Before you signed these, did you go over them with Mr. Rojas? Do you fully understand them? And do you understand, if I follow the agreement that you made with the district attorney, that you'll be waiving or giving up any right to appeal? And it looks like the agreement that you've reached is for a 5-year deferred probation. There would not be a fine. You would be ordered to pay restitution in the amount of $2,256.92 and also to forfeit your home health aid license. Is that your understanding? Do you also understand, if you're not a U.S. citizen, that a plea of guilty or no contest may result in your deportation, exclusion from admission to the country, or denial of naturalization under federal law? State tenders number 1.
Objection.
It's admitted. Is there any evidence that Ms. Bennett is not competent?
No, Your Honor.
All right, ma'am, I'm going to find that you entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily, find that you're mentally competent and you understand the nature and the consequences of your plea, find sufficient evidence to find you guilty. However, I'm going to reset your case so that the probation department can do a pre-sentence report. That'll give me more information about you and your case, and then we will come back later for sentencing. You need to stop and talk to the probation department on your way out of the courtroom today, and she's sitting at that desk right there.
Judge, may I just clarify for the record, whether she has a license or not? I know it reads that way, that she's not allowed at all
Absolutely.
based on the nature of the offense and stealing from her.
Yes, so you are not, as a condition of your bond right now, I'm going to make a condition of your bond that you are not allowed to provide any type of home health service, whether it's licensed or not. And then a condition of your probation will be the same. Obviously, that you forfeit your license, but that you cannot go do this type of job even without a license. Do you understand? All right, stop and talk to probation on your way out of the courtroom, and then we'll see you at sentencing.
We've got the dates, Judge, when you're ready.
Okay, y'all can come back up on Stephen Wilburn. All right, this is back on the record, and what are the dates?
He wants to start November 26th at 6 p.m. and then he'll do 26 through 28.
Yes.
And then he'll do every weekend after that, reporting it Friday at 6 p.m.
So that every weekend then would start on the 5th of December. I mean, because the 28th is a Friday, so you don't want to go ahead and go through that weekend?
You're going to do to get out Sunday, correct?
Yes.
So it would be the 26th through the 30th then?
So is the 30th a Sunday?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you get out Sunday, yes.
Okay, so the 26th through the 30th, so we've got 26. That's 4 days. And then we need every weekend, starting December 5th, until it's satisfied. So you will report then on Wednesday, November 26th at 6 p.m. You'll serve 4 days to be released on Sunday the 30th. Then you will report back that next weekend, Friday at 5 o'clock. They'll let you out on Sunday, and that will be until you complete the remainder of those 6 days. It's important that you are on time, not late, that you show up every Friday. It's a condition of your probation, so if you don't show up or you're late, then you're in violation of your probation. It's also very important that you don't show up intoxicated. All right, this is back on the record, and what are the dates?
He wants to start November 26th at 6 p.m. and then he'll do 26 through 28.
Yes.
And then he'll do every weekend after that, reporting it Friday at 6 p.m.
So that every weekend then would start on the 5th of December. I mean, because the 28th is a Friday, so you don't want to go ahead and go through that weekend?
You're going to get out Sunday, correct?
Yes.
So it would be the 26th through the 30th then?
So is the 30th a Sunday?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you get out Sunday, yes.
Okay, so the 26th through the 30th, so we've got 26. That's 4 days. And then we need every weekend, starting December 5th, until it's satisfied. So you will report then on Wednesday, November 26th at 6 p.m. You'll serve 4 days to be released on Sunday the 30th. Then you will report back that next weekend, Friday at 5 o'clock. They'll let you out on Sunday, and that will be until you complete the remainder of those 6 days. It's important that you are on time, not late, that you show up every Friday. It's a condition of your probation, so if you don't show up or you're late, then you're in violation of your probation. It's also very important that you don't show up intoxicated. Some people think it's a great idea to show up drunk. They're going to sleep it off while they're there. That's a violation, so don't do that as well, okay? All right, have a seat here in the courtroom. Probation will call you up. Actually, hold on, I didn't finish this. I'm going to hand you the trial court certification that shows this was an agreement that I followed, and so you've waived your right to appeal. I am also handing you a written admonishment regarding your ineligibility to possess a firearm or ammunition. Because of the judgment entered against you, you're ineligible under Texas law to possess a firearm or ammunition. Possession of a firearm or ammunition could lead to charges against you. Firearm is a legal term, and you should read the written admonishment I provided you to see what devices qualify as a firearm. If you have questions about the laws that make you ineligible to possess a firearm or ammunition, or about how long that lasts, you can talk with Mr. Parker. All right, good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
Ms. Holmes, you've got Connie Daigle. You're hiding over there behind George. Good morning, ma'am. You're Connie Daigle?
Yes, ma'am.
And will your client waive the formal reading of the indictment?
She will, Your Honor.
Ms. Daigle, in cause number 24, DCCR 1738, you're charged with the state jail felony offense of theft with previous theft convictions, and that's from July 5th of 2024. The indictment alleges you were previously convicted of theft March 29th of 2010, and then again August 24th of 2017. And how do you plead to that charge? Are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you pleading guilty because you actually did what they've charged you with? I have here on the tablet some documents that have your signature on them that the state has marked as Exhibit Number 1. Before you signed these, did you go over them with Ms. Holmes? Do you fully understand them? I'm sorry? And do you understand if I follow the agreement that you've made with the district attorney that you will be waiving or giving up any right to appeal? I'm just looking, trying to see what this agreement is.
It's a punishment as a misdemeanor, Judge, under 1244 of the Penal Code.
But it's a probation.
Yes, it's 1 year probated for
Yes.
6 months.
Yeah, we can punish it as a misdemeanor. My understanding is if you punish it as a misdemeanor, you can also punish it with probation, misdemeanor probation. That's my thinking at least.
Oh, I don't know. I've never done that in all these years. Can we, for sure?
It's no prohibition against it under 1244.
But it's a state jail felony conviction, so it's an A. 1244A is the state jail felony conviction
Yes,
with misdemeanor punishment.
that's right, Judge.
B is just reducing the whole thing. That's not what we're doing.
That's not what we're doing.
So it's 1244A. But if it's a state jail felony conviction, I don't know how to, I can't sentence her to 1 year in the state jail and probate it.
Well, we don't, I mean,
Oh,
county
right,
jail. No, we mean county jail.
Yeah, but I
that's
don't
the
think there was a
confusion.
line that said I
Yeah.
could do a county jail probate.
Yeah, it's not the state jail, Judge, it should be county jail.
Okay.
Maybe I took it on the wrong line.
No, I'm just going to mark through. We just need to mark through it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so
She walked in ready to accept a felony sentence, but the judge saw something nobody else did. A legal mistake that instantly shifted her punishment, turning a year of jail time into probation, under one condition: she must stay out of all Target stores. This courtroom moment proves that even one overlooked detail can rewrite an entire future.
It's 1 year county jail probated for 6 months.
okay. Feels weird.
And I've never done it either.
But it's just, my understanding is punishment, it can be punished as a misdemeanor.
Right.
With no limitation on the type of punishment.
Right.
So why not do a misdemeanor probation?
Okay. Okay. Makes sense. You're the one that has to do the judgment.
What Tommy's number?
I know,
Was there a
okay.
line that has county jail, like,
No, I marked through, well, there is
There is a
actually.
line, yeah,
There is a
so I
line.
put
Let
on
me
the
do
wrong
that.
line, yeah.
That's okay. I'm
There's a
gonna
line.
change that. At least it'll read more clearly when we're looking at it and trying to figure out later when Anna's asking me what we did. Okay, so the agreement then is for you to be convicted of the state jail felony, but you would be punished under section 1244A of the Penal Code, which means your punishment would be 1 year in the county jail, but you wouldn't have to serve that. You would serve it on probation for 6 months. If you violate your probation, then you could go back to do that 1 year in the county jail. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And no restitution.
No.
Okay.
No.
Also, part of that probation is that you're not allowed in any Target store. You understand that as well? Okay. Are you a U.S. citizen?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
State tenders number 1.
No objection.
It's admitted. Any evidence that Ms. Daigle is not competent?
No, Your Honor.
All right, ma'am, I'm going to find that you entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily. Find that you're mentally competent and you understand the nature and the consequences of your plea. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and at this time, follow the agreement that you made with the district attorney and find you guilty of the state jail felony offense of theft with previous theft convictions. Sentence you in accordance with your agreement to a term of 1 year in the Jefferson County Jail under section 1244 of the Penal Code, but I'm going to probate that. You'll be on probation for 6 months. You are ordered to pay the $250 fine. You're ordered to remain out of all Target stores and to follow all of the rules and conditions of probation. If you do that, then for all practical purposes, if you do your probation correctly, your case here in court is over and you'll be able to serve that 1 year sentence while you're out on probation. And the other side of that, though, is if you violate any condition of probation, you can be brought back into court, your probation revoked, and you could go to Jefferson County Jail for that agreed time frame of 1 year. Do you understand? I've handed you the trial court certification that shows this was an agreement that I followed, and so you waived your right to appeal. I also handed you a written admonishment regarding your ineligibility to possess a firearm or ammunition. Because of the judgments entered against you, or the judgment entered against you, you're ineligible under Texas law to possess a firearm or ammunition. Possession of a firearm or ammunition could lead to charges against you. Firearm is a legal term, and you should read the written admonishment I provided you to see what devices qualify as a firearm. If you have questions about the laws that make you ineligible to possess a firearm or ammunition, or about how long that lasts, you can talk with Ms. Holmes. You need to have a seat here in the courtroom. Probation's going to call you up to go over your paperwork when she's ready. She's sitting at that desk right over there, so watch for her to call you up there, okay? Good luck to you, ma'am. Thank you, Ms. Holmes.